And in border news, billions of dollars worth of trade along the U.S.-Mexico border. But are there health hazards also crossing valley ports of entry? CBS 4's Nestor Mato is here with us to investigate. Nestor.
Well, Congressman Henry Cuellar has directed the Center for Disease Control and the Food Drug Administration to step up health security at our ports of entry. He says public health at the border has been lacking, and there's no telling what could come across and get you sick. New language has been added to a law that will bring more experts from the Centers for Disease Control and the Food and Drug Administration to the border. Congressman Henry Cuellar says greater actions need to be taken to make sure health hazards are kept at bay.
I think they can do more for the border, and this is one of the things that I found out from a lot of agencies. The only agency that pays a lot of attention to the border is the Homeland Security.
The fiscal 2016 Omnibus Appropriations Bill, signed by President Obama, directs the CDC and FDA to increase monitoring of public health issues at high-volume ports of entries and keep border residents safe. It also instructs the health organizations to produce reports on coordination between the CDC and state and local health departments.
Fruit, I'm going to peel it anyways.
Cuellar says with produce, a big product coming through the valley, it's important to check for foodborne illnesses and other threats.
Where the dengue fever and where the Zika is, it's coming from all over the place.
We're always worried because that mosquito, the Aedes aegypti, is so common to the Rio Grande.
Mosquitoes crossing the border are also a concern with the rise of Zika and dengue fever throughout the Americas.
If you talk about Zika, as you know, if you look at the maps, they're in Central America, they're in Mexico. But what makes them say, well, we're not going to cross over there, this political line? They're not going to stop.
Cuellar says it's not just about keeping people healthy, but safeguarding the nation's economy. He says these preventative steps will keep trillions of trade dollars coming in, with trade between the U.S. and Mexico through the Texas border accounting for over $3.5 billion in 2014 alone.
If anything would stop the trade, it will have a tremendous negative economic impact to the United States.
Well, the CDC will now have to show how it will work with the local departments to track, control, and manage cross-border diseases in next year's budget request. In the studio, Nestor Mato, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.